Hello everyone, I'm Freddy Cabrera and today we will talk about the consumables of our FORZA 1 to keep it working at its maximum capacity. Let's start with the nozzles. They are vital components in the laser cutting process. Single and double nozzles allow controlling the flow of cutting gas, optimizing precision and cutting quality in a variety of materials. There are two finishes in the nozzles, those with chrome-plated surface and those without chrome-plated surface. Generally, those with chrome-plated surface or double nozzles are used in hot cutting or cutting with oxygen. Why? Hot cutting causes more sparks to come out and chrome protects the nozzle, while in cold cutting with nitrogen or compressed air, not as many sparks come out, so it is not necessary to have a chromed surface on the nozzle. Many of our customers ask us what causes the nozzles to wear out. First, poor parameterization, especially when generating the piercing. The piercing is the initial perforation when beginning a cutting process. Secondly, when cutting extremely small drawings or patterns permanently, as well as in the fly cut. Here a spark is generated which does not penetrate and rebounds indefinitely towards the nozzle. Third, the lack of cleaning of the nozzles reduces their lifespan, as sparks stick to the surface of the nozzle and can eventually clog the orifice. Fourth, in the normal use of the machine, there will always be a spark that bounces or hits the surface of the nozzle. How do we know when we should change a nozzle? First, the air outlet hole is not perfect, causing disturbances in the gas. We are in need of an outlet in the form of a perfect cylinder so that the gas can cut correctly and precisely without any errors. A thread counter can be used to check that the hole is fine. Secondly, when the surface of the nozzle shows deformations due to excessive cleaning. Some people tend to clean excess material with a file. It is recommended to do this only twice per nozzle. Third, when it has suffered a strong impact, which can cause the internal duct to deform or damage the thread. Many of our clients ask us how often a nozzle should be changed. It's complicated to give an exact time, it depends on what we discussed earlier. Under optimal conditions, with a well-set parameter 1 and proper utilization of the nozzle, the time should amount to 100 hours. But yes, if the nozzle is misused, it can end in just 1 hour. Obviously, this is a reference time. The most important thing is the visual check. It is highly advisable to always work with a nozzle in perfect condition. Next, it is crucial to address the ceramic sensor and ensure that it is in proper working order. This device monitors the distance between the head and the material. Its function is crucial for obtaining precise and clean cuts with utmost accuracy. The nozzle screws into the ceramic sensor, but it is only a part of the sensor. One of the functions of the sensor is to cushion the impacts so that it cracks and thus protects the head. What causes wear on the ceramic sensor? First and foremost, the most common reason is impacts. The ceramic sensor is replaced when the machine in its normal operation goes off the sheet and lowers until it hits the swords. At the time of impact, because it is a delicate material, it fractures and requires replacement. Secondly, normal use causes the thread to wear out, loosen, and not be able to tighten the nozzle properly. Third, lack of cleaning causes dust to accumulate and contacts to start oxidizing. How do I know when a ceramic sensor is not worth it? First, when the sensor has a crack or is chipped. Second, when the thread no longer fits well and does not grip the nozzle properly. And third, when the contacts are oxidized and a warning called capacitance dimission is triggered. How often should the sensor be replaced? Under normal conditions, and if it is not hit or cracked, it is replaced every 300 hours. The recommendation is to visually inspect it. Let's proceed to the lower protection lenses, as these are critical and essential safety components. These transparent lenses protect the optical systems and make sure that the laser light is transmitted safely without causing any damage to the machine. What are the causes of the lower lenses wearing out? Initially, a faulty parameter, such as all of this, leads to sparks entering the head by 80. Secondly, the gas pressure is insufficient or the gas supply runs out, which prevents the lenses from being protected from sparks. And thirdly, the fray cut or cuts that are made very close, increasing the likelihood of sparks entering. Something that can cause rapid damage is the low quality of the assist gas, whether it is dust, water, or oil, which are elements that can penetrate the assist gas easily. If you want to learn more about the head protection systems, we have a video in the description. Second, by observing oil or dust particles, that is, checking if the lens is dirty. Under no circumstances should you work with a dirty lens. If we handle or touch it, we can leave behind dust particles, which can potentially cause the lens to explode, generating a dust cloud that can then rise up to the upper lens area. Recommendation: every time the lens is cleaned, ensure to clean the surface of the door so that dust does not enter and cause damage to the head. We do not recommend under any circumstances cleaning the lenses. If it is already dirty, it should be replaced. This is the most sensitive part of the head. How often should it be changed? Under ideal conditions, it should be changed every 100 hours of work. But the most important thing is to always have a visual check. Let's have a conversation about distilled water. The water in the chiller must be distilled and completely free of microorganisms. Failure to utilize this water can result in damage to the internal ducts of the fountain, impact the transmission of temperature, and lead to the fountain overheating. The use of distilled water ensures efficient cooling and prolongs the lifespan of the machine. How often should it be changed? If the machine is used every day, every 2 months, but the most ideal would be to change it every month. If the machine is not used and is left standing, stagnant water starts to generate, creating microorganisms. Antifreeze is not necessary unless you have an environment with a temperature below 2 degrees where water can freeze. And finally, in consumables, the ISO 68 lubrication oil. This specialized oil is used to keep the Y-axis and X-axis rails in perfect condition and prevent them from rusting. The utilization of this oil relies on the displacement. The machine automatically applies lubrication to the rails. I must check every week that the tank is full. Another additional consumable is the assist gas, but there is a lot of information on this because it depends on the material, thickness, and other factors. To learn more, visit our video where we discuss assist gases. Now, let's proceed to the conclusions. First, poor parameterization causes consumables to have a very short lifespan. Secondly, maintaining consumables in a dirty state or neglecting to clean them also diminishes their lifespan. Thirdly, the machine is frequently misused by untrained personnel, leading to collisions and incorrect operation, which can cause significant damage and compromise safety. That's all for today. If you want to learn more about FORZA One and its consumables, write to us in the comments. For more on laser technology, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. I'm Freddy Cabrera. See you later for more informative content on lasers.